As we all know by now, Kazuya Mishima from Tekken has been added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and with one slot remaining in Fighter Pass number 2, everyone wants to know who's going to be added next. And with this newest wave of Mii Fighter costumes, many fans' hopes and dreams have been thoroughly crushed, to say the least. But there's still a good chance that many fan favorites and pretty good picks are still up for grabs. That being said, I've recently been analyzing many of these Super Smash Bros. Ultimate reveal trailers and have even received insider information from Sakurai himself. Thanks to all of these, I can safely say that with 100% accuracy, we will indeed be seeing Rayman make his way into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So let's take a look at what we've got. I think before we start, we should mention the character himself. Michael Amadeus Raymond, or Rayman for short, is one of video games' most iconic and popular characters, showing up in games such as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and the Raving Rabbids series. When it comes to Smash Bros., he's probably one of the most requested characters of all time, to the point where he even had a trophy in Smash 4. But why in the name of God do I think he'll be added? Well, for starters, let's get one thing straight. As we've seen with the likes of Min Min, Pyra, and Mithra, being a spirit does not mean that the character is deconfirmed. This is important because Rayman is already in the game as a spirit. But let's get on to the evidence. This screenshot is apparently from Sakurai himself, and was in regards to an individual asking him if Rayman was going to be playable in the game. So you're still skeptical, huh? Alright, it's cool, I understand. Then let's move on to the definitive evidence. Remember earlier when I talked about Mii costumes? Well, let's circle back to that. There are a couple pretty big details that I've noticed throughout each reveal of the costumes, and in certain costumes themselves. As I begin to point them out, you may realize what I'm alluding to and what this whole video is trying to tell you. The most obvious point, and the one that you're probably thinking of, is that with the release of Byleth came the release of the Rabbids hat for any of the Mii fighters. An important thing to note is that while the Rabbids hat can be equipped by any of the 3 fighters, the trailer only shows the Mii Brawler using it. So, keep that in mind. Our most recent piece of evidence, and one you all should know, is that Shantae was recently added as a costume for Mii Brawler. Instead of a fully fledged fighter like she should have been, I hate it! She was a character that had been very highly requested, but was simply designated to a Mii costume as a compromise. Now, let's go back to the previous reveals. Sans, Cuphead, Geno, and Fallout Jr. had all been added to the game as costumes for Mii Gunner. These are huge names in gaming, and they were all put on Mii Gunner. Now look at Mii Brawler. Heihachi, Bomberman, and Shantae, all huge characters in the Smash community added as costumes for Mii Brawler. I'm sure you see where I'm going with this, but this next point will certainly be the nail in the coffin. Esteban from Minecraft getting into Smash definitely broke the internet, but I really didn't see enough talk about the Mii costumes added with him. They're all pretty neat. You have Diamond Armor, Travis Touchdown, Bomberman, as I previously mentioned, and a Pig and Creeper set for Mii Brawler. And yep, you're seeing that right. A pig and creeper with floating limbs separate from the body. What other character do we know that has floating limbs? That's right. I never specified that Rayman would be getting in as a fighter, just that he would be getting in. Rayman will be added as a Mii Brawler costume as DLC, along with Fighter Pass number 11. All the pieces are there, laid out for us to see. Yet, there's one thing that we're still missing. Who is going to be the last fighter? Wait a second. Rabbids hat could have been a red herring, and Rayman will get a Mii Brawler costume, and Mario and Rabbids is getting a sequel sometime next year, and oh no, it can't be.